Most people believe genius is something you are born with. A gift given early, visible in childhood, confirmed by grades, praise, or early success. But when you look closely at real life, something strange appears. Many people who changed the world did not begin as geniuses. They were ordinary, unnoticed, sometimes underestimated. Their transformation happened so quietly that even they did not realize it at first. There is someone like that in this story. An ordinary person with an ordinary life. They wake up early, not because they are inspired, but because the day requires it. They work, they commute, they answer messages. They solve problems that do not excite them. Nothing about their routine looks special. If you passed them on the street, you would not stop or look twice. Yet inside their days, something subtle is happening. They pay attention in moments when others rush. When something goes wrong, they pause instead of reacting. When they fail, they ask a quiet question instead of blaming the situation. Their life does not feel easier. In fact, it often feels slower. But that slowness becomes important later. Ordinary people live by habits. Geniuses are formed by habits too. The difference is not intelligence. It is what they choose to notice repeatedly. This person notices patterns, not dramatic ones, small ones. How energy changes during the day. How certain conversations drain them while others sharpen their thinking. How some problems repeat, wearing different faces but asking the same question underneath. They do not solve everything. They simply observe. Most people hurry past these moments. Life feels too fast to stop and reflect. But reflection is where intelligence quietly grows. They begin to understand that genius is not speed. It is clarity. It is seeing the same thing others see, but thinking about it one layer deeper. While others ask, "What should I do?" They ask, "Why does this keep happening?" That question changes everything. Their learning also looks ordinary. No dramatic breakthroughs, no long nights filled with inspiration. They read slowly. They revisit ideas. They sit with confusion instead of escaping it. Confusion for them is not a failure. It is a signal that something important is forming. Many people avoid confusion because it feels uncomfortable. But intelligence grows in discomfort, not pain, just gentle resistance. Like muscles learning to carry more weight. Time plays a quiet role here. Ordinary people often give their best energy to urgent tasks and their leftovers to learning. This person does the opposite. They protect a small part of their day for thinking, not planning, not worrying, just thinking. This habit does not feel productive. It feels almost useless. Until years later, when their thinking becomes their greatest asset. They also stop trying to appear smart. This is important. When you no longer perform intelligence for others, you begin developing it for yourself. They ask simple questions. They admit when they do not know. They listen more than they speak. Slowly, people start coming to them for answers. Not because they talk more, but because they see more. Their decisions change as well. They stop choosing what looks impressive and start choosing what feels aligned. They say no more often. They move at their own pace. They understand that depth requires patience, and patience is something most people abandon too early. Mistakes still happen. Failures still arrive. But failures stop feeling personal. They become information. Each mistake sharpens judgment. Each setback removes one illusion. Over time, life feels less chaotic, even when nothing externally improves. This is how ordinary people become genius. Not through talent, but through alignment. Their thoughts, time, energy, and curiosity begin moving in the same direction. Genius emerges not as brilliance, but as calm confidence. If you are listening to this, you may feel ordinary too. That is not a weakness. It is the starting point. Ordinary lives offer more room for awareness, more space for quiet improvement, more freedom to grow without pressure. Genius is not loud. It does not rush. It does not announce itself. It forms slowly through attention, patience, and the courage to think deeply in a world that rewards speed. And perhaps the most important truth is this: the moment you stop trying to become extraordinary, you begin becoming exceptional.